Yes, good afternoon, people. Welcome back to DR Sports. This is, of course, the weekend, the famous weekend roundup show with myself, AGT. We've got some great guests today. Still no Flex. I wonder if he's ducking after the Qataris ducked his club.
Oh my God.
You started early.
You've been rehearsing that, haven't you?
You practiced that this week?
Yeah, a little
You
bit. Took me a couple of hours to write that one. And also no Robbie, fresh from his travels in Dubai. Seems to be.
My man
He's
is
missed two
living.
shows, two shows in a row.
Living.
I actually heard he
Must
was
be nice.
part of the reason why the Qataris pulled out.
Yeah,
He
the
had a
word.
little, he went over.
Had
So
a meeting.
You showed them the
Yeah.
United
Yeah.
View channel, and they're like, "Oh, we're not doing that." Anymore.
So yeah, the lie's better than the truth. So big up Robbie. Thank you very much for doing that, my friend. I love that.
100%. We love to see it. As you can see already, we've got Matisse, Abby, and Cecil. Is this your second appearance now on the show?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not keeping track. I'll be real.
You love the show, though.
I love it every Monday. Just people don't really know this, but I'm just gonna throw it out there. My day off is normally Monday in the week. I put this on every week, so big up you.
Now
I
you're on
feel
it.
privileged to be here.
See,
You know,
if you work
We love
hard,
having you.
you end up here.
get to where you want to be.
This is
it.
This is the
one.
pinnacle of.
This is the
yeah.
pinnacle. Speaking of great things, remember that this video is brought to you today by Fair Play Exchange. We've got an absolute belter of almost a guaranteed win, which I'm going to reveal for you very shortly. But just in the meantime, make sure that you smash that link in the description to sign up to Fair Play. It takes about 30 seconds. There's no bookmakers. You get 100% of the winnings if you win. Last week, Fair Play was giving you £5 free into your account. And if you referred your mate, they also get £5. So we're sharing the love. But this week, Fair Play, the offer is, and it's quite unbelievable. You're definitely getting involved because I know what you're going to say.
What's going on here?
If you type in the 4 letters GOAL, GOAL, if Arsenal score 1 goal, and it could be an own goal, I know you like to celebrate own goals, it could be a regular goal, but if Arsenal score 1 goal against Chelsea this weekend, you will get £5. So get yourself locked in for that, especially if you're an Arsenal fan. You literally cannot lose this one.
Wait.
I'm going to do it as well. I fully believe Arsenal will score against this man's team
I mean,
on
we
Saturday.
do have
What is going on? Who made that?
joint
deal?
second best
It's almost
defence in
too
the
good
league.
to be
You know,
true.
let's have some respect here.
Sure. But-
Same defensive record as you, I think, actually.
Bro, you're getting scored again. Our record at your place. We've
know.
won the last 3. Bro,
You literally roll
Who-
over for them every year.
big up Fair. I'm involved.
Do.
Yeah, this
This-
is a very,
you
very
always
good bet.
do.
This is easy.
Not
This
a
is
great
easy
shot,
money.
not
This
gonna
is.
So make sure if you'd like to get a chunk of that
Stand up
dosh,
for yourself,
make sure you smash that link in the description. And if you do that and enter your £5 to be included in this bet, if Arsenal score 1 goal against Chelsea, then you will also enter the Lionel Messi Qatar 2022 Argentina signed shirt draw. You'll be automatically entered into that. You have to be over 18 and you have to be gamble aware. But as I said, the link is in the description. We've already got people saying that's easy money.
Yeah,
Arsenal will win.
that is easy
Arsenal
money.
3-0. Say what? Says Neil. People can't believe how good this bet is. And you know what they say in life? If it looks too good to be true, it probably is.
Probably
Yeah.
is.
Doesn't account for this time.
Yeah, that Fair Play.
Because honestly,
Fair play to
you
Fair Play.
have to get involved in this.
Yeah, Fair Play
It's
to
a
Fair
very,
Play.
very good bet.
Fair Play to Fair Play. This is a good bet.
AGT, please tell Cecil to shut up. He's a jinx talking about easy money, says James Bond.
Talk now.
a
Talk more, baby.
Are you a jinx, yeah?
Every time I'm confident,
It goes.
it doesn't go well.
I want,
Every
your,
time
I
I'm
want your score
stressing.
prediction. I really do.
Big
I
up
need
to
hear it.
Levs G, who says free money thanks to Fair Play. So if you want to get involved in that, it's very simple. Smash that link in the description. Right, let's talk football. Of course, we do have the Premier League back this weekend, but let's look back to see what was going on over the weekend. There was, I barely call it a football match between England and Australia on Friday night at Wembley. 1-0 in the end. Ollie Watkins making
big
it
up
2-2 in terms of his England record, 100%, which is very good. But I guess the main headline that came out of the night were the boos that surrounded when Jordan Henderson, who did captain the team at the start, he came off. The boos kind of rung around the stadium. We heard that Gareth Southgate say that it was completely uncalled for. Henderson's come out as well and said he gives absolutely everything for his country, so he didn't really get his head around it. He obviously kind of admits that it could be something to do with where he plays his club football. But a couple of questions to throw at you guys. First of all, and I guess we'll all answer these at different times, but does he deserve that, those boos? And as a paying fan for England, should they be booing him? And what did you also make of Southgate and Henderson's response to these boos?
I think for me, if you're a paying fan, I guess you are entitled to voice your discontent if you want to, as long as you're not being overly disrespectful. Booing, I don't think, is disrespectful. It's just a thing that people do. But I personally wouldn't, because it's not helping the player on the pitch. And my method to the madness is, if the player's going to perform potentially badly because of what you're doing, that doesn't really make any sense. You want to win, right? You want the players to play well. Even if it's a player for your club, country, doesn't really matter. For me, it doesn't really make sense. It kind of counteracts each other. Now, with the responses, listen, Henderson, where he's playing, doesn't necessarily mean that that's representative of his own opinions of, the way he sees things in terms of his morals and his beliefs. And that goes for people playing in England and the policies that the government will have here. It doesn't mean you agree just because you play in England, etc. So, yeah, I can see why he's come out and he's wanted to kind of defend himself and say, listen, I always give my 100% for my country and whatnot. I don't really get it personally, booing him. I don't think it's
Is it him or is it Southgate? Like, where's the boos being directed? That's
if it's Southgate, then that's just long-term discontent for the England team in general, and that's a whole different
but it's
debate.
the decisions. It's Southgate's. Anyway, we spoke about this in the preview. So it depends where the boos were being aimed. Obviously, I know it was kind of when he was coming on and that, and this one's a tough one in my opinion. But I know for a fact, one, being a player, and two, I think it's been mentioned many times, boos cut through the most when you're on the pitch. So obviously if you're getting abuse and all that, being on the pitch, it doesn't really connect unless you're really like in tune, but boos cuts, so you can hear it so loud. So I think it's the harshest bit of criticism they can get, but is it deserved?
Is it because he's not playing football at the top level?
No,
I don't think that's the case. I don't think if you speak to the fans, I don't think that's the reason.
I genuinely don't think it is against Jordan Henderson. I think it's about Gareth Southgate, and I think that, I mean, I can only speak from being a Spurs fan, but there's been times when obviously you've booed a player coming on, but it's not booing the player, it's booing the manager and the decision that's being made. Yeah. We saw it with Nuno when he brought on Steven Bergwijn for Lucas Moura, and then that was the end of his tenure at Tottenham. So I think that's where the boos, majority of the time, I think, are actually aimed really at the manager or an ownership or something like that, rather than the individual player. Yeah. I guess as a fan base of England or a club, your boos are trying to get a message across that you are not happy as a paying fan with what you're seeing. I don't think it's right to boo Jordan Henderson because he has been a fantastic servant, but I think that they are booing Gareth Southgate and the decision to continuously keep picking these players,
which I can understand, by the way. I just want to say I think
it's 75% what you said and 25% the fact that he's now playing in Saudi. So he did say it's not nice, your own fans, if they were booing, but people have got their own opinions. Whenever I bump into anyone on the street, it's always been positive and nice things said. It won't change who I am and what I do for this team and for my country. I give absolutely everything every single time. And he also, when he was initially asked, saying he wasn't really sure what the reaction was, to be honest. So I guess, we spoke about it in depth on Thursday in the preview show. We're kind of, as England fans are, tired of maybe seeing the same faces picked, maybe when they're not deserving of it. We're seeing players that should be in the squad when they're not. And I guess when you play someone like a Henderson who doesn't play his club football in England, it's difficult.
I think it's more just not playing in one of the top leagues. That's more.
Should you get booed for that?
No, I don't think so. But I think South.
Going to America,
But I think Southgate. I think people have got tired of Southgate's, maybe you call it favoritism. I understand it from his side in a way where he is trying to build some sort of continuity, and he's got certain people that he relies upon in that squad to transmit that message. And Maguire is also one of those players, even though I don't think Maguire deserves to be in England squads either, because he's not playing well for his club. He hasn't done for years. And there's plenty of centre-backs coming through that not only, in my opinion, play a better way of football in terms of more progressive and better on the ball, but also they're just playing. But for me, but that's clear. That's something I've got used to of Southgate, and I've kind of given up the goose on that one. I'm not really shocked to see him play Henderson. I'm not shocked to see Maguire in squads. I've kind of got over that. So I don't know. Maybe people haven't, but for me, I've kind of got used to that.
Are you going to boo Havertz on Saturday or Jorginho? Or?
No, I wouldn't boo. I mean, personally, unless a player's disrespected my club, then I will boo.
Lukaku.
Yeah, Lukaku I'll boo for fun. I'll be booing. Bro, when people ask, bro.
That's I'll boo for fun.
Let me. But in terms of Jorginho, especially Jorginho, I love Jorginho. What he gave to my club, unbelievable character, personality, leader, wore the armband, gave everything, and then left on the cheap. Contract was run out, no problem. I've had Petr Cech go to Arsenal. I would never boo him either. So, you know, it depends on the player. Havertz, listen, I have no bad wishes for Havertz. You know, he come here, done what he could. He done his thing in the final. That was about it. It is what it is. I'm happy to receive the money. If anything, I'll clap him for going to you lot for 65 million. If anything, I'll thank him. Thank him. Yes. I'll be clapping. Thank you so much. Thank you for agreeing personal terms. We appreciate you.
Yeah. All right, cool. Havertz.
What am I booing him for? I'm happy for him.
Yeah, you'd be happy when he scores
Happy for me too.
Yeah.
Well, we've asked the fans at home, is it okay for fans to boo players on the pitch? So far, 72% say yes. Couple of comments to get through. Football fans are pathetic. It's football. Relax, says Meshash Philip. But Logirex says it was aimed at Southgate to picking retired players, and those not informed boos were for Southgate, says Ned. He does not deserve it. However, he should not be playing for England to begin with, says Paul ST. And this is why England will never win any major trophies. Zero understanding between the team and the fans, says Mukhtar. And Henderson is a bum, says Rashid.
I agree with that, though. He shouldn't be in the team.
Yeah, but you can't boo Henderson for that. He's not picking himself, is he?
Yeah, it must be Southgate.
And what, do people want him to turn around and say, "Oh, actually, I'm not going to come"?
Yeah.
You know, he's not going to do that. But I think it does come back down to Southgate. When the likes of James Ward-Prowse is left out of the squad, and there are people like Calvin Phillips, more so than Jordan Henderson for me, someone like Calvin Phillips who really isn't playing, is included in the squad. That's more of an issue for me than Jordan Henderson.
That's why I understand.
Southgate just isn't good enough. Do the fans have a direct channel of dialogue with Southgate? No, so they express their feelings from the stands, says Rilo. So it's one of them where, you know, I don't think Henderson necessarily deserves to be booed. I mean, he didn't light up the pitch on Friday night, wasn't the best player, but for someone who's got 80 caps for his country, has been to many tournaments, and again, I'm not saying that Henderson should be picked, but if he is, I guess you booing him, is that the right thing? I mean, what would happen if Maguire came off? Would he have got the same treatment? Do you think?
He might have.
He's been booed before.
He might have. I just think how, like that comment said, how are you supposed to express as a fan? There's no England fan TV unless you don't want to start setting up and getting the views across. But
there should be an England fan TV.
There should be an England. Robbie,
It's in a gap in the market.
There you go, gap in the market. But yeah, there's none of that. So there's no way for the fans to really get across how they're feeling, and I understand that frustration. I think, like I said, what we've all agreed on so far, I don't think it was directly at Henderson. I just think it's the situation of what Southgate is doing. So yeah.
But then Logirex says, Hendo, speaking of LGBTQ rights, and then goes to a country where that's illegal for the money. I guess that has to play some
That's
part.
what I thought.
And
as
I'm
well.
not saying for 1 minute, by the way, that I think England fans are the moral compass that
Definitely
we should all
not.
abide by, because they're definitely not.
No.
The majority of
most
them
of the
anyway,
people
I'll be
booing
honest.
would do exactly the same thing if they want to be completely honest. If they were offered that kind of money to go and play there, they would go and play there.
But I guess there's where do you guys think it rests at home? Is it Southgate getting booed? Is it Henderson due to where he plays? Is it a mix of both? Let us know in the comments. We're also previewing quickly England versus Italy tomorrow night at Wembley. This isn't a proper qualifier, this one, 7:45 kickoff.
A proper qualifier.
It is, isn't it? Proper.
It's an actual match. The other one was...
Well, the other one was a friendly.
I mean, it was a friend.
I know, it was people, and it wasn't
But
a really
as
great
things stand, in the
showcase
group,
of football.
England played 5-1-4, drawn 1, top of the group with 13 points. Italy in second with 10. But then Ukraine are also in third with 10 as well. The goal difference not as good as Italy, but how do we see this one going? It's a top of the table clash in Group C of the qualifications for Euro 2024. Italy will be without Tonali as well after he, I guess, is now being investigated for betting. Clearly didn't use fair play.
Yeah,
clearly. Exactly. If he did, you wouldn't be in trouble. But no, it's a bit of a serious note, to be fair. That one could drag on a little bit.
It's not just him, is it?
No,
well?
it's
I
not.
think it's Zaniolo.
Zaniolo. There's another guy
one
from Juventus
yeah.
as well. I mean, will that have any impact on the Italians coming to Wembley?
Is this necessary? It needs to be revenge for what happened in the Euros final.
Well, that's where my brain was going.
That's where my brain's going.
And I'm just... Did we play them?
We have
after
played
that,
them
though?
since,
Yeah,
though.
we
Yeah.
beat
We
them.
must have, is it?
No, I think we beat them.
I don't know if we have.
No, I'm sure we beat them after. We have played them since.
Yeah, we have.
I'm sure we won.
Was it a
but
competitive?
Was
the,
it
the
in
thing
the
that goes to
qualification?
the thing that goes to my mind is that Bukayo Saka, this thing, yeah. But obviously he's not there.
He's not there.
So rest up, young boy, star boy.
Is he fit? Is he fit to play the game?
No, they assessed
Yeah,
it. They
he's
assessed
he's not
him.
in the squad.
Yeah, he's not in the squad. He's not going
Yeah,
at all. But
yeah.
I don't know if he's gonna be. He should be fit for Saturday. That's all I'm thinking about.
That's what I mean, yeah.
But listen, as long as they should get the job done, England. I hope. But yeah, that's the first thing that went to my mind. Is it revenge? This one, mad. But they should be able to get the job done. We should be able to, because Italy, after that Euros, I watched a lot of them. I think I've watched them in the. Was it the finalists?
But they failed to make the World Cup.
Yeah.
Yeah, they failed to make the yeah. So everything after the Euros, they have been terrible. So and that's what actually infuriated me that we
But like
didn't
you
beat them in the end.
You
But
go
yeah.
back through the squads that Italy have had: Totti, De Rossi,
Yeah, mad.
like Del
Gattuso.
Piero. This squad is on its last, like it's on the floor.
Well, I'm going through the squad now, and there's
Old.
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
poor.
Old.
There's a lot of players that aren't playing
England
for
should
them
be
anymore.
look at
Bonucci's,
it. Like, do you know what it
Chiellinis.
is? This is how scarred we are from England. That we can't even. Like with chess, say we can beat Italy,
Yeah.
and we're going to beat Italy. Look at the players that we have available to us.
I know.
This is arguably our second
Golden generation. Yeah.
again, right?
And
we're having this and ahhing about beating an Italy team that don't even have anyone.
They're rusted generation. They're rusty. They're rusty.
Rusties.
Rusty.
Spinazzola was one of their best players at the Euro.
What's
Juan
happened to
Spinazzola?
Locatelli as
You're
well?
actually right.
It's true.
Why do we not have?
Unbelievable Euros.
Yeah.
And then there was Emerson Palmieri that come on back.
Yeah.
They were third choice left back at Chelsea, now playing for West Ham, and he came on for the back end of the Euros. Like Italy don't have what they used to.
No.
Yeah,
well, I
we
mean,
should- yeah,
when you
it's
say
mad.
that, you're thinking of the World Cup winners in 2006. That was a long time
Yeah,
ago.
yeah,
Yeah, of
So
course.
that's the Italy that
What
you
have
should
they
be scared
really
of.
done at
Bro, they won the
international level,
Euros.
apart from
Yeah,
winning
but
the Euros.
In our own backyard.
Yeah,
Do you know how
can't lie.
disrespectful
Can't
that was?
Old man,
They
you
did
know.
win
In
that.
terms of the Euros, even though look, we had a great tournament and they also had a brilliant tournament, I think that there was a bit of in-game management that went wrong there from our side
Yeah,
that allowed
for
them
sure.
back into the game. I think that we definitely had the squad that should and could have beaten them.
Now, maybe their
and it's just-
experience overruled
Maybe
us.
so, but again, I think that's also experience from a managerial level as
Yeah.
well.
That's a good point.
But I think I know you say on
paper,
paper, but
yeah.
then on paper doesn't always come into practice. But on paper, you would say England have enough to beat this Italy squad
Yeah.
and should do it comfortably. However, we did say that they might struggle against Australia, which they also ish. But it's a different-
England are mad. You know, it's actually mad.
Well, that's what
It's a
my
different
next
squad.
question
Different
was. We
squad.
saw
It was a
a
completely different-
very
completely
different
different
team play Australia. It was nice to see the likes of Watkins starting. Eddie Nketiah came
yeah.
on.
Come on,
Nice
debut.
to see that.
My brother.
Do you think he goes back to default with
Yes.
this game
Yes.
against
Oh, yeah.
Italy?
Yeah.
It kind of does it not kind of ruin what
No.
he almost did on Friday?
Nah,
in a
nah.
way?
No.
So he goes back.
He should
to
do
the
that. He
Maguires,
should
the
do that more
Kanes.
often.
We'd
When
be
he-
hypocrites.
Yeah.
We asked for this.
Yeah,
And
when-
we did the preview, we did the build up, and this is what we asked for, and he's done it. So we'd be hypocrites. So I actually, fair play to Southgate. I know he tried, bringing the fullback into midfield as well. So it's not. There was difference. As much as the game was. It was painful to watch. There was difference there, and I enjoyed, him trying new things and giving people their opportunity and their chances. Obviously,
Painful
Martin
to watch
Henderson,
the
but
extended
apart from
highlights.
that- Yeah, but
Poor
so you
guy.
can imagine what the game was like. So yeah, but yeah, he'll go. He reverts back. come
100%.
tomorrow.
Yeah,
Score
100%.
predictions for that one tomorrow night at Wembley.
I'll go 2-0 England.
2-0.
Yeah.
2-1.
2-1.
Yeah, we concede 3-1. We concede.
I'll go 2-1. 2-1 England. Scott says Forza Italy tomorrow. We've also got a couple of super chats that have come in. One of them says this, and it says Maguire to score for Italy. It says Steve Runs. So there you go. I guess we should also very briefly, before we move on to other bits of news that have come out this weekend, is Scotland have qualified for the Euros. Kind of bit of justice after that McTominay free kick was ruled out, but because Spain beat Norway last night, Norway are out, and they now only have the playoffs as in the Nations League as a way in to the Euros. So Scotland are through, the second major competition in the last 20. I think they've actually qualified for. And obviously Norway as well, including the team of your boy Odegaard, including Haaland, can't get through to a major tournament unless they go through the long way, I guess, which is through the Nations League playoffs. But Haaland was pretty anonymous last night.
Norway got some
Norway.
players though. Oscar Bob at Man City coming through. Odegaard. I think I've seen Zlatan do it. I've seen players drag their country. Like Haaland's got to, but he doesn't. This is the thing. He, as a player, he's maybe not capable of doing that.
You can't do that.
He can't do it.
The way he, and that sounds harsh.
It's the way he plays.
He's a goal scorer. Like, I don't know if people look to goal scorers, but he's not a. I'm going to take it.
He's
from
not
here
a drop deep and orchestrate like Zlatan did for Sweden, or like he's just not able to do that. So, I mean, the country that he plays for, he's not going to win anything. Let's be honest. But he does need to get to a major tournament at some point.
100%.
Haaland needs KDB in Norway as well, says Mahid.
Hey, that's a bit disrespectful. He's got Odegaard, man. He's got Odegaard.
It's not just him in that Norway side. It is Odegaard as well. So even though that
he's a
Haaland
captain as well.
isn't that type of
Gareth
guy
Bale. Wales, Ramsey.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Done it as well,
it has to be. It has to be a joint thing by both of them if they're going to have any chance of dragging them across the line to qualify. But it doesn't just fall on Haaland, in my opinion.
But he, if it did, he couldn't do it.
No, it doesn't fall on him.
He's not a Gareth Bale. He's not a Zlatan.
Because I've watched the Beckham documentary. It's like when Beckham went over to LA Galaxy and Lando Donovan, like they had to come together.
Got to be a team.
That was jokes.
So yeah, that was mad. I was like, this is my man.
This is my team. Have some respect for my team.
Bex was like, really?
Man are playing on.
Bro, do you know what it's
NFL
like?
pitches,
Do you know what it's
bro.
like, yeah? Being in, because I went to all-boys school, it's like someone playing for Charlton when they're 16 or Millwall, and then they come to the PE team and they're pissing about at playtime. Yo, they play properly for the year 11s. This is my team. This is the real.
In my school day, in my school timetable, this is my day. I look
This is my
forward
day.
to.
12:30 against year 10s. Fix up.
Lunchtime El Clasico and all that.
That's cool.
Fix up.
Love it.
That's brilliant. Just quickly as well, sorry, just to go because it's international. Just big up Jamaica. Hold tight. They won. They won today against Haiti, 3-2. So I have to just big them up one time. And Gabriel Magalhaes for Brazil scored his first goal as well. Big him up as well for Brazil. So big up. Just had to throw that
International roundup. Love
Yeah,
it.
see,
Big
we're
up
getting
to Cess.
Yeah.
Big up to Cess indeed. Right, let's move on to, we'll stay in the international scene and then we'll get on to the United and the Emil Smith Rowe stuff very shortly. Just a quick reminder, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure you do now. Very close to 330,000 subscribers on the channel.
Wow.
Get them likes up as well. Over 3,000 of you watching right now. We've only got 277 likes. Oh, let's make that 1,000.
That can't be true.
Within the next minute.
We can't believe
Please
I
it.
want
like
1,000
video.
likes within the next minute, and that's
Please,
how
sir.
we're going to start doing that. Unless you give us the likes, we're not going to move on. We're just going to ask you for
Going
the
to
likes.
ask the same question.
Yeah, we'll just sit
over
like
and over again.
until you do it. But please do help us. I can see the likes are going up now, so let's get that right up there. Ronaldo. 857 goals he has now scored in his career, 1,000 games, 200 for Portugal as well. He is now 100 and my maths isn't great, but 143 goals away from scoring 1,000.
Will he get there?
Will he get there is the question. I mean, you saw how crucial he still is for Portugal. Scored 2 goals in a 3-2 win the other night. 200 appearances. It's unbelievable, the numbers that he's putting up on the board. But can he get to 1,000 goals?
No.
How long would he have to
That's
do?
a lot of goals.
He's 38 now, right?
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
going to have to play to
So he's
42.
like- yeah.
Which isn't like, I can see him doing it.
Really?
Maybe,
I'd say
yeah.
43, 44.
No, I'd say 40.
42 being kind.
Yeah, if he's going at the same rate.
Yeah.
And
but-
are we talking about Saudi Premier League goals as well?
Yeah,
plus
oh,
Portugal
you have to,
goals?
yeah,
Oh.
of course, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay, if that's the
Yeah.
case,
Yeah,
he might
Ganka.
actually do that. If he's going to be playing
I
in.
feel like he
in-
will probably do it because that'll be like another goal of his and then he'll be like, okay, then I'll retire.
Yeah, and he'll be
But
like,
I
Messi,
also
Messi
heard-
has
no
scored
one's
this
going to
many.
do that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I also heard before this game, he was saying actually, after saying that he wasn't going to play another World Cup, he might be tempted now to just hold on until the World Cup comes around again in 2 years,
should he?
2.5 years.
Yeah, I
See
don't
ya.
know.
Is that selfish of him?
I'm of the belief that
It's just an elite
I'm of the
mentality.
belief that Portugal need to move on.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is it
I think
selfish
he
of him
knows
to-
that as well, but he's like,
Oh, doesn't want to let go yet.
yeah, he's like, I am Ronaldo.
Well, he- you know, it was-
Gonzalo
it was-
Ramos. You're
It
gonna
was
have to
it
hold
was
back
sad
a
to
bit.
see the scenes when he was walking out. They really tracked him like a GoPro. They were on him. You know what I mean? Like crying when he was leaving. And then Messi wins the last World Cup. It's not really a surprise that he's gonna want to try and go one more. But he is 38, so you do see players getting into their 40s most of the time with goalkeepers. But you know,
Is there not an argument though, if he makes it to the next World Cup, that just having him in and around the squad with a new younger squad, he doesn't have to play every
but he's
game.
gonna want to play.
Yeah, but
That's
he
the
has to,
problem.
he has to
Yeah.
understand
That's
it.
the problem.
And he's such a big entity.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah, but he has
it
to
might detract
understand
from.
that he's not going to play every game. But if he can come on for the last 25 minutes of a game and be the difference, like that's a different role that he's used to, but a great role, that could be the difference for Portugal.
You make a.
We watched him for Man United, right? He is outside of the box, becoming a non-entity.
Yeah.
He's off the ball, can't really give anything.
Yeah.
And this is not slander. This is absolutely fair to say because of his age and what he's done in his whole career. The fact that he's still playing is a testament to his, professionalism at this point anyway. But the only circumstance where really he should be coming on is when you need a goal. If you're winning by a goal or 2-1, you need to be pressing or you need to be covering the ground. You don't really need him to come on in those moments. I don't think he's going to get the game time that he's going to warrant and that his name and his stature is going to need for the ego, unless he's going to go into this kind of player-manager vibe where he's going to be on the sidelines like he was when he in the Euros. And, if he's going to do that, then fair enough. But I can't see Ronaldo the brand, Ronaldo the kind of entity wanting to be that kind of bit part kind of player. It just doesn't make sense.
For me, I don't want to disrespect Ronaldo because it's coming from me and what he's achieved, it doesn't make sense. But like, I am a Messi fan, and I think in his head, he's probably thinking, everyone's now saying Messi is that guy, especially after it's kind of, a lot of fans changed to that after what he's achieved. I feel like with Ronaldo, it's gonna hurt the side if you're gonna keep going and going and going and going. Like, I know he's done all right in this international break, but going into that Saudi league, there is a drop in level, a big drop, and he might be doing his own, which I don't know, he might be doing his own work to keep to the level of Premier League or World Cup standard. But when you go to a Europe international competition, the levels are high, and I don't know, not to say he's fell off, but I don't know if he can, for the betterment of the team, get to the level that he needs to be at,
let
personally.
me ask you this, do you think he would think, right, it's my time to step away?
He has to make that choice. Yeah,
he has to make that choice.
And also,
well, you think he would? Or
no, I don't think he would make that choice
I
because
think
in his
because he
head
went out
he's
on a
still
high.
25.
The national team manager's not going to leave him out.
There is another question though. Do you remember when Beckham wasn't picked for the 2010 World Cup, but Capello still took him to be around the camp kind of thing? Do you think he is the type of player to do that role without playing, or would it hurt him too much to not play?
I think if he's not in the squad and he's not down as a player, I think he'll still go to support because he loves his country. But I think if he's in the squad and he has a chance of playing, he's gonna want to play.
Yeah.
So what's he there for? Because I don't want to be a hypocrite again. Because we spoke about, I know Ronaldo and Henderson, you can't put in the same conversation. You might, but if you think about, we spoke about Henderson being there for, I guess, vibes, games. I don't know what he's there for. Lining, all of that. So Ronaldo, I know Ronaldo on the touchline in the years he was basically being the manager, but like, I don't think that benefits the Portuguese team.
The next World Cup's in America, right?
Yeah.
Ronaldo can't go to America, right?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, true.
Well said.
Well, then there you go. That's the solution.
That's the solution.
Mate, you're done. You can't go.
Mexico
That
instead for their games there. I
sorts
don't know.
itself out.
It's messy that.
Yeah.
Pardon the pun, by the way. Right, let's move on to club football. Cheers. Let's move on to club football because if you're a Manchester United fan, things aren't looking great right now.
Glazers
the Qataris.
Get your Norwich
I've seen
flags
Harry
out.
Pinero saying the Qataris are coming.
Yo, Harry.
Green and yellow.
What is going on?
What is happening there?
Anyone spoken to Flex or?
He's turned his phone off in Jamaica quite conveniently.
Yeah.
Flex was out there for the World Cup, building up, them connections. Harry Pinero is
I was
saying
breaking them connections down.
couple days to
whilst
go
he
on
was
Twitter.
building
Do you know what I'm saying? Saying, news coming soon. Rio as well,
honestly,
Rio Ferdinand. I see you too. Yeah, you as well.
Oh, you got
all of you.
Rio's getting it because pause.
Saeed was
He's
dressing
getting
up.
it because the amount of Qatari flags, the tweets that we saw. Of the Qataris
David
coming.
Beckham.
I've just heard something.
David
It's
Beckham.
breaking news,
Bro.
They
David
pulled
Beckham.
out.
Beckham as well.
Yeah.
There's all right. Let's break
lot
this
of
down
names.
because
Break it down, but this is gonna be fun.
I want your opinion on both sides of the coin. So from the Glazers' point of view, they've been offered around about 7 billion for the sale. They've said no.
Wow.
Which, I mean, if I was a Manchester United fan, I'd be absolutely fuming. How dare you say no when the club is also in a billion debt as well, and you're not taking that
They
money.
wanted to clear that whole debt.
And then the other side of the coin, if you're the Qataris, you tried as hard as you could.
Yeah.
You really did. There's nothing, in my opinion, I don't know the ins and outs, obviously, but could they have done anything more?
No.
Because could they put another bill on it? They still would have said
it's
no.
just-
I don't think money was actually
bid was-
the reason at this point now.
I'm so happy because like we just mentioned that build up. Do you know how many? Just you wait till it's like, don't worry, we're cooking, we're building.
You're getting the robes on.
You
Flex,
fools.
Harry Pinero, Rio, Saeed, Owen,
Beckham.
KG, Beckham,
Flex.
hold it.
Everyone, Ferguson,
hold it.
Alex Ferguson. I don't care. I'm giving everyone. I don't care. Everyone's getting everyone.
Tough time right now, man.
I'm going for everyone.
But
Cams, everyone.
hold that as well,
Yeah.
man. Bro.
Liaz,
Big hold.
Yeah.
all of you lot.
Everyone.
But, nah, man, I find it so joyous. I even saw actually how he was at the KSI fight. He didn't want to look at me. I said, but yeah, no, honestly, the way they're going as well, they're trying to obviously sell us 25% and
To Jim Ratcliffe.
Yeah, to Jim Ratcliffe, and from my experience as an Arsenal fan and knowing, you know, when percentages were sold of the club, it gets. Listen, I'm not a multi-millionaire, but from what I've witnessed and seen it, I see that, you know, it's difficult to make bids. It's difficult to have who has the final say. Who's I know it might be the majority holder, but I know there's difficulties there because when the Cronkies were majority holders but had, you know, some of the percentages given, they still couldn't.
So it's
make
Joel
business
and
done.
Avram Glazer who have the casting vote.
Is
There's
that 'cause they're
12 board
directors?
members.
They're
The
the
co-chairman.
The co-chairman.
Co-chairman.
That's just, it sounds like a mess.
Who obviously took control back in April 2006. It's got to the point now when it was so close to happening. I mean, we've been talking about this for a year, guys.
Yeah.
The Qataris coming to United.
But I remember when this started
it's-
and they were like getting really giddy and thinking that this process was going to be short. And I always said, like, it's going to be a long process. It's going to take, you know, minimum 1.5 years to maybe 3 years. And the only reason why our process was sped up was because it was by force. Like, we had to do that process in record time, and it was Rain Group. And Jim Ratcliffe came into our bidding process really late as well. And luckily for us, it was way too late. Like, he had not gone through all the formalities, and we said, listen, we've already gone through the shortlist, you're not on it. And now he's obviously coming in at Manchester United. I think he owns Nice as well. So he's the one that the Glazers, apparently, I'm just listening to other...
He's Ineos, right?
Yeah, and he's...
Obviously, he's got F1. Yeah, he does a lot of things in F1 as
Yeah,
well.
he's the one that the Glazers are trying to push towards. I think, according to what Man United kind of fans are speaking on at the moment, is that because he's only looking for, or they're just trying to sell a little stake.
Yeah,
A
but
minority
that
share.
doesn't. That doesn't work,
25%. So let me
though.
break it down,
in
right?
my opinion.
Let me break it down.
That's because
for
they
you.
want control.
Well,
Right,
and
right.
that's what it comes down to.
If I'm truthfully honest, I don't know what the best scenario is because Kroenkes, fair play to them. For me,
They've actually done something, yeah.
Bro, they've turned it
They've
around.
turned it around. Now that they've got the majority stake, they're moving.
Exactly.
The Glazers don't care about that. That's the difference.
No.
They've got majority, always have, but they're like, this is good for the portfolio. This is good when we talk to other businesses.
Yeah.
We got a nice little box suite. Invite.
But then what's the answer? Because you, man,
There is no answer.
You, man,
They're
got,
finished.
but I'm just thinking for the owner's like perspective. What is the right answer? Because you, man, have got Tobolli and he's done the whole spend as much as you can.
Yeah.
It's not working, in my opinion. You guys,
Not yet.
in it,
Soon come.
Levy, I don't know what it is, your side. Obviously, Newcastle are doing well with what they've
No,
done.
I was there yesterday. NFL, it's good.
They have spent some
Yeah,
money
it's
on
good.
that.
No,
stadium.
seriously.
Stadium
The
spent
way-
money.
the- yeah.
Well, but that's part of the portfolio. So
Yeah.
anything that is, you know, an entity that can make you more money, which is the stadium, concerts, F1.
Yeah.
We're gonna go
with the
F1 soon.
go-karting,
Yeah, yeah.
And our
you
owners
know,
haven't
all of
been
that,
angels.
That's what it's there for.
You know, there's ways of doing things, and I don't think there's necessarily a right way or a right country you have to be from. But let me just
No.
break it down to you, right?
Go.
Because my maths isn't great, right? But Sir Jim Ratcliffe, if this 25% investment is to be ratified by the club, he will take immediate control of football operations at Manchester United. Let me just work this out. So the Qataris bid 7 bill, right?
Yeah.
1.3 bill times by 4, because he's getting 20%. That's less than 7 bill.
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So why haven't they?
Because they want
They
control.
want
control,
controlling
yeah,
share.
like portfolio, yeah.
That's why. Because
But they're going to shoulder all the burden to him about, you know.
So
Yeah.
it also says, this is Sky Sports News, by the way, Ineos will explore how to expand and rebuild Old Trafford into a 90,000-seater stadium if Ratcliffe is successful. We also heard that Sheikh Jassim, as we know, was planning to buy Mbappe, Kingsley Coman. We've heard Camavinga had his takeover of Manchester
If I was
United
United,
succeeded.
I'd be fuming.
Oh, yeah.
I'd be
Mad.
fuming.
But that is- but that's the
United fans, how do you
I would
feel right now?
actually be fuming. Like you get a new, even that 7 billion new stadium,
this is-
New
complexes.
everything. Yeah, but this is like this is about individual greed. Like this is what it is.
That's what it
because
comes down to
if
now.
you could have look, the Glazers wanted to sell. We all know that they wanted to sell.
Yeah.
But clearly underlying that, they don't actually want to sell because they still want control. So they want to sell if they can be part of the process. But if you're going to go and buy something like Sheikh Jassim for £7 billion, you're like, no, I don't want you in charge.
Yeah.
Fresh
Get
start.
out.
We're in charge now. And that's the thing. So even though it's greed of power. It's
The
not greed
egos
of
at
wealth.
play
They have
here.
enough wealth.
Oh.
Exactly.
It's greed of
Astronomical.
power. So they'd rather take the lower offer and still have controlling shares. Well, it is controlling shares, right?
Yeah.
In,
Yeah.
But
in
they know-
Manchester United. So they've still got a grip on it.
That is mad.
How mental is that?
But they're thinking the
mad.
valuation of the club is going to continue to go up anyway over the. But the thing is that's brilliant about this. This would have been Man United's Man City moment. They would have got the training facilities.
that's gonna bun them.
They would have got, you know how
Yeah,
Man City, you go to Man City, I've been to both stadiums last season. You go to Man City, they got all the fresh training facilities, new concert stadium, everything's pristine, fresh, clean.
They still got
It's
holes
like
in
white
their
Air
roof.
Forces when they just come out the box. And then you go to Man United,
I see.
and it's like you've been wearing them Air Forces for years. And it's like they're creased.
They're leaking.
And it's leaking,
Yeah.
and the toilets
Muddy.
are flooded,
Yeah.
and there's piss on the floor.
Smell like
and
dead
this guy was going to
rodents.
come in there and revolutionise
rap.
the whole club. He's going to fix everything. And I think it's just sad.
Listen,
Really
all I
do.
know is
I don't know if it's sad or happy. I don't know
Sad.
what
It's not,
emotion
I
that
think
This
is.
was their moment.
It's sad if you're a United fan.
Yeah, if you're a United fan, it
it's sad
stinks.
because that's the type of thing you needed to become United of old.
Yeah.
That's what you needed to be able to compete again.
Imagine
at that
Mbappe
level.
at Manchester United.
Mad.
Can you imagine?
I probably would.
Mbappe at
No, but
Manchester
to be
United.
fair, they've had big names.
Yeah, but-
and they still haven't done.
I know,
you know what I
bro.
mean. But
But-
if you see it, I hear it. I hear it
I
loud.
think it meant there would be such a big change for United, and
Bro.
now it's going to be the same thing. I mean, not to say who knows what Sir Jim Ratcliffe will do, but it's not going to be as significant as a change as it would be.
They're not going to get
Shake
exactly.
something.
And I saw Gary Neville writing down, this is what needs to happen. You need new training ground. Da 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 da. It's not going to happen with 1.3 bill.
All I
They
know is
must-
there's a club in North London that would love to be owned by Qatari.
Chill out.
Just saying. Again, Barnet.
Chill out.
Yeah.
Glazers must be.
Just saying.
The Glazers
Barnet
must
would be
love
a
it.
great
No, you're having a great
destination
season. You don't
for
need that.
Yeah, you're right.
No,
You're
no,
right.
no,
You're right. Chill out. Chill
Well,
out.
honestly,
You're having a great season.
Top of the league, man. Chill out.
You're
Chill out.
top, man.
Come talk to us.
Allow the little
Please
fry
come
to get
talk
involved.
Have you opened the door?
Apparently, the door is apparently open.
Levy doesn't
we'll
want
see
that.
how
Levy
that
wants
one
to have
finishes.
control too.
Oh,
Glazers
no,
must-
it's the exact same thing.
I've seen the hospitality section. It's wonderful.
mad.
Is it?
He's doing a great job.
I was going to say the
It's the exact
Glazers
same
must
thing.
love,
They're
yeah.
happy with the
They,
Saudis. It's
they
the exact
must
same
they
thing.
must love them protests. Like, you know, they probably just love seeing Glaze. I don't know. I feel like they enjoy it because they just want their name. Like you said, I think it's a power thing. They must just see it and. Oh, long live the Glazers without protests anyway, because they're staying.
Go and get the Norwich scarf.
Where are you? Let's be having you.
Go and get the Norwich
Flexing
scarf.
Go get them.
Literally, can you imagine?
Imagine Tim Flex doing a dealia.
With the mic.
Look how Trump-
No, KG with the soundboard.
Who's on fire?
7 million bids.
Get us out of the club.
You're a disgrace, you're a cheat. Put that on a soundboard. Sir Jim Glazer and Eric 10 losses are a match made in heaven, says Mixed Mitchell. Humbler crumbler. Doubles, treble, etc. It's about time they got nerfed, says a bozo. Apparently Qatar are interested in Spurs, says AM. Tottenham Qatari soon, says Foggy Foam. And AGT's maths teacher just cried, says Beer Eats. I told you I wasn't good at maths. I told you before I read out the...
What did you get? What grade?
Bro, probably a B.
That's
Yeah, I got
good.
a B.
That's
That's
good.
good. That's good. I got a B. That's good.
GCSE.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's decent.
You get a B.
I got a
Yeah,
B.
What'd you get?
but maths, science, all that stuff, I
baby.
was
One
well
mark.
off the mark,
One
well off
mark.
it, mate.
One mark I passed.
I nearly failed.
And it's a foundation.
It was bad. They tried to
just
I reset-
foundation
Well,
maths?
I did do foundation.
It's a maths
Girl,
is not my
that's-
thing.
I
Maths-
reset-
Maths and science don't come for me.
I
It's not my
reset
thing.
That's
so
why we
many
say
times.
foundation
So many
maths.
times I reset.
It's not my thing.
Can't lie.
Honestly, my
But I
mum
thought my
cried.
teeth
My
would be
mum cried
better
that
at
I got
maths.
a
No,
C
no, no,
by
no,
1 mark. Because she was like, thank God she don't need to retake it.
Oh, bless, man. Well, listen, if you're good at maths, give us a shout.
Yeah.
But I do think
Clever.
Ops are coming on board, so maybe
that?
we don't need to.
Bottom.
AGTs,
Had
tell
to be
Abby
equal,
that KFC will buy Spud
Can't
soon.
have been held back here.
Let's be having you, says Richard Hutchinson. Rivals crying, says Eric Ten Hag. But I do think, Manchester United fans are crying as well. So listen, do you want Sir Jim Ratcliffe to come in and take over the football operations immediately? 25%, 1.3 billion. We now know that the Qatari race to run that football club is totally over. There's no way back now for Sheikh Jassim. It's been back and forth, but that is now over.
I hope he buys someone else though.
7 billion.
I hope he buys someone
too.
else. No, not you. Somebody
Do
else.
you?
As in like another team in Europe. Like
Yeah, in Europe, not in the
AC
Prep,
Milan,
the Newcastle.
Inter Milan.
Why?
Why?
AC Milan, Inter Milan.
Is it
Yeah.
not- why would you say it's not nice if we got ball? Why
Yeah, I think it'd be
We're in
nice
a good space right now. Newcastle got their owners there doing all right.
You just want everyone to...
No,
Yeah, just
fall
Alex,
and
Just
you-
no, I'm just.
The reason why I want
I need a Premier League trophy.
the reason why I want him to buy someone else is so he definitely is not buying anyone in this country. I
40
need Italy.
So bitter.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yes.
saying. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
I'm not bitter.
Dude,
I'm not
Continue.
bitter.
Europe.
He's got a passion for football. Get into
Get in,
the sport.
just not in the
bro.
Premier League.
Yes. Even a French team, Marseille. Yeah.
Go on.
Yeah.
I would be unbearable if they
that'd
bought
be
us. I'd be
brilliant.
unbearable.
I know you-
I would be bad.
Oh my
You think I'm bad
days.
now? I'd be really bad.
Yeah.
Cloptimistic says Jim will fix it for you. Sir Rat, welcome to the shit show, says Wolves FI. And Spurs and Arsenal are small, says Eric Ten Hag. Right, let's jump into a bit of transfer news actually, because again, we do have another transfer window coming up in the next couple of months. We have heard this morning that apparently Emil Smith-Rowe could be on his way to Newcastle in January. We'll come to the Arsenal fan first and foremost. One, do Newcastle need a player like him when they've got a few that maybe fit that mould? And two, as a Hale End boy, how do you feel? Because he isn't getting the game time. He could be playing somewhere else. But how would you feel if he did move?
It would hurt me, if I'm honest.
would,
I'm being completely honest. You said, do Newcastle need him? I think we need him. I campaigned for Emil Smith-Rowe more than Havertz, in my opinion. I think he could have been used in that role and probably could have offered a bit more than what Havertz has in the opening couple games this season. I think Emil Smith-Rowe has a load of talent that we're not utilising. I've actually, in many times on content at AFTV, said, can we push to try and get him back in the side? And I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's, I know obviously he had the injuries, but I feel like he's back to fitness. There was times when Carragher was saying he's the best dribbler in the league. And I think he's got amazing ability. I feel like we should be pushing to keep him and use him as well. I remember when Aston Villa were also interested in Emil Smith-Rowe, and even then I was like, no, let's try and find a way and to get him involved. He's a Hale End boy. I think he understands what it is to play for Arsenal. We've seen Eddie Nketiah have his debut as well for England. I think Emil Smith-Rowe would have been in those conversations to get a potential debut for England as well. So I actually feel a lot sorry for him. I don't know why he's not being favoured. That's
has
the
something
only
happened?
thing.
Because
No, I
let
don't
me
think
just,
this is- I
as
don't
an
think there has.
outsider,
Yeah.
Saka and Emil Smith, like 2020, 2021, they were both star boys.
Croydon-
Going
Croydon
like
De
this
Bruyne.
together.
Croydon De
Croydon
Bruyne.
De Bruyne, that's what they were saying.
Yeah.
But they were like this together in that era, and I think he's stayed, if not gone down, and Saka's just way up here now. But they were the same.
It did.
I don't
seem
think it's
that
down to
the
him.
same
Yeah,
though.
but no, but it's obviously to do with potentially Arteta. But what is it that has caused
Yeah,
that
what has
that drop
happened?
off for him to be out of favour? Because I think as you just said, like we were all a bit surprised that his progression hasn't progressed.
I think English.
The progression is not progressing.
What mark did you get in English?
English your first language? Yeah, I just checking. But no, what it is,
Love it.
Obviously, injuries have hindered Emil Smith-Rowe's career as well. Let's not forget that. Bukayo Saka hasn't had masses of injuries, so Emil Smith-Rowe has been injury ridden. But also on top of that, I don't think there's a fallout or anything between Mikel Arteta and him. I know he's a heavily emotional player, Emil Smith-Rowe. I remember him getting injured just before, I think it was a United game. He was crying on the pitch and obviously for being injured, and he wanted to play. And then I remember recently the Bournemouth game, he had 2 chances. I'm not going to go in because they were on target, and I didn't really expect him to score them, but he didn't, and he got emotional after the game that he didn't score those chances. It means so much to him. So in my head, I'm like, surely Arteta, you can use that. He's a player of ability. He come on and definitely didn't change the game because he was winning the game, but he came on and affected it straight away. I really, really hope he stays at Arsenal. I know David Ornstein did say that, he doesn't believe too much in his Newcastle links. So I'm going to kind of go with that as my initial feeling. I feel like I'm going to hold on to he's going to be.
But let me ask you this.
But I think Arteta needs to find a way to put him in the
70 mil on the table in January.
70?
Do you
No.
accept that?
That's
You
wild.
take it.
70
Of
million.
course you take 70. He's not even worth
Don't
70.
look at it.
He's not even worth 70.
You taking it?
You need to chill out. We're having
Why, do you
discussions.
No.
Yeah, you're not in this meeting.
He's always got something to say,
I know.
even if it's got nothing to
He's
do.
just there in the back. 70 million is a lot of money. It maybe is probably a bit overpriced for Emil Smith-Rowe, but
50.
for me as a fan,
Yeah.
right? Me as a fan, AGT, I'm saying no because I want him to play.
540.
But I know from what I've seen, Arteta, even if we said no to that 70 million, he probably won't play. It'll be stupid for us not to take it if it came on the table. But if Arteta was going to bring him back into the side and use him more than certain other players, keep him.
70 is mad.
There's
that
no
that,
way
that
that's a
price
bid for
point was
70.
crazy.
Jason asked me to say 70.
I don't. Yeah.
I would have gone with maybe 50.
50 is like pushing it as well.
Age, English.
Because he's not
tax.
playing.
We said
23 years old.
between
Not playing.
30 to
35,
40.
yeah.
30 to
40.
40
That's
would
kind
be
of
fair.
Fair price for that.
Meshash says, yes,
I
I
think
would.
there's English. I think there's a bit of tax.
I would also
Yeah.
give them Havertz at a cut price as well. Anything in the region of 40 mil, you take it, says Majib. I agree. I think if he did leave, it would be devastating for him, because in his mind, the career path that he was on, he should be as important as Saka. He got given the number 10 shirt.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, they were all building up for him to be the next guy, to be that cam or that kind of
But there's a
hard-working
space for him.
midfielder.
There's a slot for him in
I
the
do
team.
think there's still a
saying.
space, but
Right there.
if he leaves, he will be heartbroken if he has to leave Arsenal.
And so I think a lot of fans will be as well. I think that, like my teacher said, there is a space for him. I just don't know. I don't know what it is. And normally I don't have insiders, but normally I would have an idea. Normally I have an idea of what's going on. But with this one, honestly I couldn't tell you. I don't know. Mikel Arteta might just not favour him, but when he comes on the pitch, he has the ability to play in his Arsenal side and affect it and be a positive addition. But Arteta is currently not favouring. But I don't want to see him in another Premier League club. If he's going to go anywhere, again, that's me being
He's gonna.
heartful and, I care. I don't want to see him at another Premier League club running through our midfield.
Well, maybe we do a poll. Arsenal fans, do you want Emil Smith-Rowe to stay? Are you maybe a bit hurt by the rumours linking him away to Newcastle? And again, he's been at the club for so long. He feels part of the family. He just wants to score. He just wants to play. And if you're asking me, yes, he has been injured for a long time. But in that midfield, I'm playing him over Havertz. Me personally.
Not you, bro. I think
don't know.
everyone here, hands up. Just. Yep, we're all there. We're all there with you.
Pickford arms and that.
It's not just you, AGT. I'll play him ahead of him as
T-Rex
well.
arms. Arsenal have also been linked with Andre Trindade. I'm not sure if you're across this, but Liverpool have been linked with him now for a good 7 or 8 months. The Fluminense president, Mario Bittencourt, has already said that Billy Hogan, who's now Liverpool CEO, who replaced Peter Moore, who you can actually watch an interview with on the COP TV that I did on Wednesday with the ex-CEO of the club. But he said, my friend, I don't sell players now and I don't deliver them now. If you want to buy now and only get the player in January, we can start talking. Or if you want to wait until December, we can talk in December. Fulham and West Ham have also been interested in the one-cap Brazilian international. But now apparently we're hearing that Arsenal, according to Brazilian journalist Thiago Ferreira, are also interested in Andre, who
We like our Brazilians.
is a very good, aggressive CDM from Brazil.
So I've got the Brazilian top man.
Well, you're gonna
Shameless.
do that
It's
video.
absolutely shameless.
What will you do for
I
that
don't know.
video?
I'll have a little think. We like the Brazilians. Might give it a little bit more sauce.
We've had this
Do
out.
you not realise that we like the Brazilians as well?
Oh, actually, of course. Oh, yeah. Actually, that's a good
Who's
point.
this guy think he is?
So do
Nah,
we actually.
Yeah, but
Yeah, so yeah.
good ones though.
Oh,
You say
actually,
Ramirez, David Luiz.
To be fair, we don't take
They're
the
not
good
good.
ones. We don't take
10
the good
years
ones.
ago they were
Roy Howe,
alright, but
Richarlison.
yeah. Lucas Leiva, one of the Alisson, Fabinho, Firmino, Coutinho. We had hella players that were Brazilian.
Fair.
So listen, there is that strong link between Arsenal and Fluminense. He is apparently hopeful of a move to Liverpool in January. But again, Arsenal looking to make some moves in January and definitely looking to bolster that squad to give them a title charge, if they're still in the race, of course. But with January coming up, I wanted to ask you all, what would you like your clubs to do in terms of bringing people in? What do you still need in January? Because when that window opens, we're going to be back on here every single day doing the transfer roundup on DR Sports. Yeah, we might as well start it now and get ahead of
You went a bit
ourselves.
northern there, didn't you?
A little bit.
Yeah.
So yeah, January's coming up. Who are your teams going to buy? I'll start.
Go.
I'd like a centre back and a CDM in January.
What
about
happened to
Endo?
Virgil?
Endo?
Oh, no, what happened to Virgil?
Sorry?
Endo.
Oh, no, what happened to Virgil?
Did I say I want a centre back to come in and automatically replace Virgil van Dijk? No, I didn't.
What about
so
Endo?
relax
You
yourself.
got a DM.
Don't do that. Because you're the worst for that, bro.
We got a big one.
No, listen, I don't think Endo was brought in to start every game. I've actually been
Start
quite-
any games.
Well,
Oh, we're sharp
he has
today.
started some games for us. I was actually at the
Started
game. He
to warm up,
started. He started against Leicester in the cup. Had a great game. He's captain of Japan. They've won their last 5 games.
It's not Liverpool.
Well, they've won their last 5 games and they've scored 4 goals in every one of those games. So he
that
obviously
Liverpool?
has to. Let me finish. And then me personally, I'd like backup centre back and a CDM. If we're talking about Endo, bro, he's not our future, is he? He's a stopgap. He's a let's buy this guy whilst we're still looking for our maybe number 1 choice. And I think Endo almost admitted that as well when he came to the club. He said there were links to the Lavias, the Caicedos. He thought he wasn't going to get a shout. He got the shout. I'd like to see him play more, but that doesn't mean just because you've got him, you can't still go in and future-proof your squad in that CDM position, because you took both of our targets. Nice one for that. And they've been awful, by the way, so thank you for that.
Lavia's not played, and Casado's actually been good.
Wow, exactly. So we'll see how that one finishes. But for me, a centre-back and a CDM, I'd like Andre Trindade at my football club. What do Tottenham need in January?
Everything.
Excuse you.
No, sorry. No,
We're both 30 in January as well, aren't we?
Sorry,
Both 30 in
that was just
January.
yeah. Sorry, apologies for that, Karen.
What would I like in Jan?
Trophy.
Oh, yes, we're here. It is warm in the building. Here we go.
I'm so cold.
Trophy.
Yeah, come on.
All right, then.
It's all right.
But you wouldn't say no to a trophy, though.
That's
No,
wouldn't.
but it's all right. You can hold that till Thursday.
Yeah, 100%.
Don't forget, we've got preview
Yeah,
coming.
I know. I'm just saying, you know what I mean?
What would I like? I think I would like a striker. But again,
Any
it doesn't
names?
have to be, not off the top of my head. It doesn't have to be an out-and-out striker. It has to fit in with Andrew's system.
Right.
But I don't think that you can have Richarlison as your Kane
God, no.
fill-in. You know, you have to have more than that, especially as the season goes on. I think we are very light in that area in particular. I would also say midfield. Obviously, we've got Zuma, brilliant, Sarr, brilliant, but both will go to AFCON. I think we need to have some better replacements on the bench than maybe Højbjerg and Skip. So I think there needs to be someone come in who's also quality. Bentancur will be back, though, so there is that. Whether or not they go and do something. I'd also like a backup for Maddison because, again, he is injury prone. I mean, there's a long old wish list here, to be fair.
You don't have much depth.
No, we need definitely more depth in terms of middle and up front. I think in terms of centre backs, would I like another centre half? Yeah, just as cover, but I don't think that's something that they'll do. I don't think that's something they'll look at. I think it really will be someone to not replace Maddison, but someone who is there to fill in. And I think it will be someone else up top.
Interesting. So money will be spent then in January.
Well, I don't know how you view it as money spent. A lot of the money, all of the money, that we spent in the summer was because of the Kane sale.
That's true.
That is fine. So again, it will completely depend on outgoing.
It's a long list for January.
It's a long list, but I think
Christmas
the two main focal points they will focus on is someone up front and maybe cover for Maddison, or one player that can do both.
Matisse, as if you need any more players at your football club, but do you think Chelsea will be dipping into that market again in January? I mean, surely not.
We'll see what tickles our fancy. You know what I mean? Yeah, another 9-10 players maybe, depending on resources.
More players
finances.
than points.
Space for them,
Jesus
though.
Christ.
We don't
more players
need
than
space.
points.
You do need
We don't need
space.
space. We don't operate like that. We just make space. You know what I mean? Nah. Honestly, the only thing that I look at is Ivan Toney, and that's it.
Chill out.
Yeah,
You really want to get involved in that race?
Yeah.
Chill out.
More than you can believe, because
More than you can believe.
because I really rate him. Like he's proven himself in this league, but it's not, again, maybe it's being traumatized from limited strikers. We're just speaking about Haaland, he's not able to influence what's around him. Tony can do that. Tony's not just a player that just sits in the box. Like he can come out of the box and actually join up play and actually influence the game. So I'd say him, just to kind of sharpen our top end of the pitch, because we have missed a lot of chances. And because of his age, he doesn't directly kind of inflict Jackson and Broja for the long term. He's kind of gives a nice balance, bit of experience. So I'd probably just say him, but outside of that, I'm pretty cool. The rest of the team just needs to be left.
Do you really think you
alone.
need to have another striker though?
We've got two. I think three would be
When's
good.
Nkunku back?
Three
by the way?
strikers is a healthy amount of strikers.
Nkunku's coming back, so it depends
But
on where you're going to play.
he's a second striker.
Yeah, he is.
It's
Okay.
a 10. So then, for me, I just want to double up with another
You
one.
want a quadruple?
Yeah, just want to
triple
double up.
striker.
You
Hammer.
remember Ferguson when they won treble? They had 4 strikers. So
Is that how you're going to play?
that's how I'm logically. This is the
One
last
more.
one. I'm like an addict, innit? One more.
You're more.
One more. I promise you, this is the last one.
Yeah,
this is the last one.
Say.
Yeah,
and then
this is it.
summer comes.
Outside Stamford
This is
Bridge, right?
Yeah.
One more, man.
One more.
Please.
When we do the fan cams, could do with one more signing after this. No, one more.
How
This is the
about
last
just
one.
making
It's
the
last one.
millions of signings that you've got work? Like, would
We
that
are.
be a
Yeah,
good
well,
Do you
start?
not see them working? Do you not see the?
Not
Sorry,
really.
we're basing it off of the Fulham win
Yes.
and the Burnley win.
Yes.
Oh, it's working,
Oh,
baby.
jeez,
Yeah.
Who have you played this season? Sheffield United, Burnley.
Yeah, Arsenal,
Liverpool, Arsenal, Man United.
United.
We played Liverpool.
I'm
too.
actually on
Yeah.
Abby's side for that one. Though.
Yeah,
Why you
Matisse,
did this?
Luke,
Why
yeah,
you getting
no,
involved?
that was the wrong
Come
one.
with facts, not fire.
Went down the wrong road.
Come with it.
Arsenal.
I was gonna say, how long is he gonna put the contract with Tony if you get him for? How long?
10 years.
You're also someone that is interested in Ivan Toney.
Well,
first of all, do we think he's definitely leaving Brentford in January? And second of all, will he go to you? And if not, who else are you going to get in that window?
Well,
if you need someone.
I want a striker. I think a lot of the fan base I speak with also want a striker. Tony's flirting with everyone. Liverpool fan. I like Arsenal. I saw him speak at another club as well not too long ago. So, but I feel like we are favourites personally.
Okay.
Matisse, you need to chill out because I don't want you getting him at all. I think we need.
You
him.
have Havertz actually, you can play up front.
So I'm still carrying on with what I'm
Don't be
saying.
rude.
So I'm going to go back to the strikers we have. We have Jesus, we have Eddie Nketiah, and a Tony added to that would be absolutely lovely because, listen, for me, Eddie Nketiah, a lot of fans are saying move him on. I think he's actually would be useful for over the top, in behind runs. He doesn't do it as much, but I feel like that is what we lack from Jesus. Jesus is very good at bringing in other players and he's very technical. Having Eddie do that, Jesus be like that, and then a Tony to bully, headers, score, like clinical in front of goal. I think for having three strikers like that, of that ability, gives Arsenal so many different ranges of play. So for me, a striker is necessary. Victor Osimhen, people talking about. Evan Ferguson, people talking about. A rogue one for me, Rashford.
Yo, don't do that. He's not a striker. He's not a striker. That's a left winger.
Just so you can get more body double work.
Just listen, he's not being played towards, and I know the ability he can possess. He's going for a rough.
He wants people that look like him, like
that's
Militao next.
what I'm
Yo, get me Militao.
So he can get body double work in London, so he doesn't have to go.
It's so funny. People know my game so quickly.
Militao,
because Turk said the same thing. He said, you might as well get him. Yeah, you might as well get Militao in as well. He's be light skin central. But my thing is, no, honestly, he's just hanging out for a bad time. I mean, he actually has a load of ability, and he's being killed right now at a failing United club. It's a mess over there. But that's a rogue one. But firstly, Ivan Toney, definitely. I know the comments going to kill me for that one, but Ivan Toney. Ferguson's a good shout. He's young. He fit the profile for Arsenal as well. It'd be hard to get in January. But I think striker's the main position. People are saying cover for Bukayo Saka. Yes, because he's being overplayed, but I just don't know. I know Robbie wants Pedro Neto. I think
Neto would be great.
Well,
I'd
Wolves
like
FI says Arsenal fans think ESR is worth 50 mil and Neto is worth 50 mil. Give me a break. Cecil got that Militao trim, says Kalibi. And Josh Media says Cecil out.
Yeah, Stan and Josh is in the comments.
There's some good value in the market in the summer. There's a 37 million release clause for Lukaku, who's banging in the goals in Syria for Roma. He's banging in the goals.
You just said you were booing him.
Yeah. So he should join Arsenal. He should join Arsenal, right?
Oh, boom for fun. What is wrong with you?
Bro, you are ashamed.
Don't do it.
You do take. No, we do business often, and look how well it's worked out.
Loads of their
Look how well it's worked. Like we've
Look
done
how well it's worked.
Willian, David Luiz,
I'll tell you what,
Gallas.
Lukaku on the right wing, cutting in that second
Check.
position.
You know what I mean? Like, bro, we've done so much business together.
I wouldn't actually.
I'm just trying to keep this
Nah.
relationship. Do you know what I'm saying? Like we keep doing more business.
Yeah, I could swap him for Havertz, to be fair.
No.
But straight back.
Like,
There's a 37 million
you
release
feed
clause.
them, they feed you.
Yeah, they give us actually
Yeah.
whole
It works,
Fabregas.
it
Yeah,
works.
like,
Do you know what? We're talking about all these signings.
You
yeah.
are shameless, my
bro,
friend.
if you had a Southampton fan here, you would do the same thing.
Maybe in 2018, not now, bro. You're still trying
You
to
wanted
move on
Ward-Prowse.
Lukaku.
You literally wanted Ward-Prowse. I remember the Transfer Daily show. Oh, I wouldn't
did
mind
it?
Ward-Prowse.
United did.
You would never
what
leave
it is.
Southampton
Big
alone.
up.
I'm talking about all these signings and strikers and covers to Saka,
Lavia.
potentially a left back. But knowing Arsenal, we'll probably go in the window for another goalkeeper and say we're rotating. I don't know where we're
third
going
one?
to go in the window. Yeah, you never know with this club when it comes to signings. But yeah, for me, striker is priority. And I'd actually be happy with a striker in January. I think that's not a big ask, and I think that's doable. So a big striker for the signing.
Shout out to Clara with the super chat. Curious to know if Abby has watched Matisse's prediction video for the Chelsea October run. Also, big up Matisse. Even if I'm manifesting, we face Spurs with Eric Dyer. So what's this, Matisse?
Yeah, go on, talk
what
to
have
us.
you been talking about?
Why
Your October run?
Thank you, Clara. You
Why is
brought
that
this
getting
to our
Big up to
attention.
Clara Blitzy, yeah.
Why is that getting brought up here? I don't understand why.
This is it's an open court, my
Here
friend.
we go.
Tell us.
Yeah, what-
Tell us
what-
you
What was your
want.
October run prediction then?
What are you saying for this
Let's-
Saturday?
Was this like last time?
Do you know what? Yeah, it was actually a very
21 points.
unbiased, fair prediction all the way through.
on.
I was very honest. I was very.
This guy's a very good liar.
I thought very realistic.
lawyer.
For the Arsenal game, I had a draw.
Yeah.
You had a draw.
Yeah, a draw. I think that's, as a Chelsea fan, I can hope maybe for a draw.
Okay, go on.
So
We can
but
negotiate.
You just said at the start of that, at the top of this, you said, an unbiased view.
Yes.
But you're saying you're hoping for a draw.
Well,
So-
I predicted a draw. I think we can get a draw.
Piano's out.
You draw with Tottenham, I think we can get a draw.
Rocket Mark.
And nil draw, just is there goals in it? Or just
We'll see.
Actually, that reminds me of our fair play bet that we've
We'll see on
got
Thursday.
for you this week. It's an absolute special. We will be talking about this again
I
on
need to watch this
Thursday.
video.
But we'll see it after this. Don't
I need
worry.
to watch it.
If you sign up to Fair Play today and use the code GOAL, all you need to do is insert a free £5 bet, and you will get a few quid back if Arsenal score a goal against Chelsea this weekend. All they have to do is score. They could lose 7-1. But because you've told Fair Play that you think Arsenal are going to score, you've won the bet, mate. It's very, very, very simple. And if you want to get involved, it takes less than 30 seconds. Use the link in the description right now. And then if you do enter, again, as I said at the start of the show, you could win the Messi Qatar 2022 World Cup shirt, which is signed as well by the GOAT. So, of course, you need to be over 18 and gamble aware. But if you think at home Arsenal are going to score one goal
I do.
on Saturday, then you have to get involved
Yeah, I have to get
with
involved.
this bet. It genuinely is almost too good to be true. So get it whilst it is still hot. Owen Thompson with the super chat says, Ineos make 65 billion a year. That is a worry. If they get United, they can compete easily with City and Newcastle, etc. Puskas Baller saying Neto is definitely worth more than 50 million. And Arsenal are going to batter Chelsea, says Noah Alexis. We'll make sure that you watch us back here again on Thursday. We will have the weekend preview show for you. We'll be talking about that game in depth. It's also the Merseyside derby this Saturday as well. We've got the poll results for you. Opportunity in January, sell Smith Rowe for 50 to 60 million. Yes, 61%. No, 39%. Over 1,000 votes on that one. Speaking of 1,000, let's get the likes up just before we finish. We're on 815 now. Be that guy or that girl that gets that 1,000th like and help us out. Okay. Chelsea don't have the know-how to win that game. They're a young team, says Jordan. I guess Arsenal's record at Chelsea has been good.
Yeah, very good.
Very good in the last couple of days. Couple of games. Akash, what kit has Cecil got on? Let us know.
Vasco.
It's a beautiful kit, I can't lie.
Very much.
Kappa do make some unreal kits.
Yeah, when I was out there,
They've done well there.
Is that your team? Your Brazilian team?
I think it is,
Until the next one.
stadium.
Go on, pop that peck again, babe.
Oh, look at this.
We saw that. We saw that. Yeah, we saw
This
you.
ain't the channel for that. This ain't the channel.
He's just giving that little pop.
Yeah, just a little.
This guy, man. Let's get this to 1,000 likes, and AGT will do his Aussie accent, says Earth Extremities. Well, I'm not doing it because we're not even at 900 yet. So big up Crunk King, says Pigeon Chest.
Damn, who's he talking to?
You.
Who's it with me?
Ronan says, how does Arsenal have Arteta and Vieira but sell Smith Rowe, Arteta out of if that happens, says Rohan Wolf. Whack kit. No, it's a big kit, man.
Yeah.
It reminds me of the Venice shirt.
Yeah.
It's Kappa though, so that's what they do. 926 likes. If you guys want to see that Aussie accent to finish the show, then you know what to do.
Who's doing it? You are.
No, we're all going to go round and do it.
No,
we all
will lose likes.
No, come on.
No.
You can't lose likes. Well, you can, but
I like it.
listen, we need 70 more likes. I'm not doing it until we get there. So we need 70 more. Now we need 50 more.
My Aussie accent
Starting to sweat a little bit.
left, I'll be honest.
That kit
accent.
is fire.
No.
You do a good yard accent, Jamaican accent.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's because I'm
Jamaican.
Yeah, I'm not Australian.
Yeah. I'm not Australian.
But it's alright. As long as I don't go first, I might be able to salvage something.
What about you?
No.
No.
What is that? No.
I was just copying
Oh,
that.
No. McTominay over Messi and Ronaldo. Smash the likes, people, says Kieros Green. And we've got to 1K likes. So it's
Oh,
obvious that
big
you.
up to all
Well done,
of you.
everyone.
So it's obvious that
He's
you want to
mad,
see
you
me
can
being,
do
acting like a helmet, on the camera. I got the player and manager of the month award at my club this season. What have you done, you absolute bum? If you don't like me, come down to the studio and we'll sort it out, mate.
I felt like I was next
So,
sandwich.
Abby, let's hear yours, mate.
My Australian?
Yeah.
I can do it easy. I'm just waiting to see if Cecil will do it for me.
Pause. So, No, go on. Let's hear yours. Let's hear yours.
Their levels.
Bro, I
their
can't
levels
do that. How
Their
have you
levels
done that?
clear.
You just flipped into it.
Cecil,
It's
mate.
easy.
Let's get it, mate.
Yes.
You had all that chat making T-shirts
Yeah.
last year, mate. Let's see what you got this year,
Are you
Sam.
making another T-shirt this Christmas?
You're absolute sausage, mate.
I want to sign.
What do they
copy
say?
of that.
Barbie, innit?
Barbie.
Bro, don't even
Come on,
do
man.
that. Don't
Just
even
give
do
us
that.
a
Just
simple
try
bro.
and say something.
Like what?
Just
bro?
say,
Just mimic
say
him,
I'm
bro.
the Tottenham manager. I'm doing a great job.
not
London
saying-
is white.
Say I love Mikel Arteta. Say something like that.
Wow.
I wasn't like, no.
She's good.
You're in your
Salty.
bag.
She went to the Women's World Cup. She's good.
I did spend 5 weeks there.
She's good.
By the way, just quickly, just make sure you clip that up and you keep her in
Excuse
there.
me. That was. that was for.
Come
I
on.
love,
purposes.
oh sugar, this
I
could
love-
be.
I love-
I'm gonna apologise.
Come on,
just
mate.
disclaimer.
Wait.
I'm gonna do it. But if I offend any Australians, I'm so sorry. I can't do accents. One more. I love.
Yo.
Worst
You're not
attempt
even.
ever,
You're not even.
bro.
Wait.
I
Let
love
me try and go before Alex.
Yeah, but
Give me something. Give me something.
Go on.
I'm Matisse. I'm on DR Sports. And I like F1 and On Track GP. Go like and comment and subscribe.
I'm Matisse.
No, we've got to end the show.
Oh, go like and
No,
subscribe.
I actually can't.
On track.
How can you
like
not
and
do that?
subscribe.
Please do that again.
Because I'm not good at accents.
I need that as our ringtone.
I've heard of not good at accents, but that's,
You're gonna have to clip that. I'm not
just say good day, mate.
Cheers.
Come on.
sounded like a robot.
Good day,
Go on.
mate. That was good.
Do it again.
Good day, mate.
Yeah,
Good day, mate.
Good day,
Good day, mate.
Good day, mate. We can speak Australian.
Are you from Birmingham?
We're good.
Good day, mate. We're good.
Good day, mate.
Good day, mate.
Good day, mate.
Yeah, it's time to end the stream.
It's definitely time to go.
Thank you for the 1,000 likes. Remember to sign up to Fair Play Exchange.
I
You
need
can
that
win all
clip from
sorts.
Matisse.
Will Arsenal score one goal? I think they will. Easy money to be won. Get involved. We're going to go away and work on these boys' accents
Good day,
because
mate.
they are absolutely
Good day, mate.
shocking.
Shocking.
Absolutely outrageous. And it's very offensive to the Australian community. You did.
Where did it come from?
We'll be back on Thursday. Shout out to Matty. Shout out to Abby. Shout out to Cecilino.
Shout out to you.
As well. Shout out to myself if you want. We'll be back on Thursday at 12:30 for the weekend preview show. Back in amongst the Premier League action. Don't forget, on Saturday, Merseyside derby. Then we've got the Saturday football show. And then we've got a massive watch-along, Chelsea versus Arsenal. That's what Saturdays are made for. Make sure you are subscribing to the channel so you don't miss any of it. We'll see you soon. Good day, mate.